7 years. 7 years. That's how long I've been working in data. And I remember exactly 7 years ago, I was working in a role that I absolutely despised. 7 years ago, I was featured in a video by a company called Nielsen, a analytics slash measurement company which predominantly served consumer good businesses like Procter & Gamble, Unilever. And at the time I was on a contract, well, let's just say at the time I was serving a major customer of ours who happened to be Colgate. And Colgate were buying data from me, but I was a salesperson. I really wasn't involved in anything much else. And I remember selling them this data and them turning around to ask me if I could help them create them a dashboard. At the time, I never ever heard of Tableau in my life. I never heard of Power BI in my life. And back in 2016, 2017, both Power BI and Tableau were relatively unknown. They were just about becoming popular very slowly. And I knew back then that's exactly where I wanted to be, where I wanted to move, where I wanted to transition out of sales and marketing and head towards data and data analytics. And look at me today. 7 years in, I'm now working at some of the biggest banks in the globe. I'm now earning significantly more than when I was working in sales. And I truly and genuinely love my job. I truly have found what I call a calling in my life in terms of my career and what I'm now doing. And look at where in 7 years things have changed already. Things have moved to the cloud. We've now got AI and essentially LLMs and large language models, and inevitably there'll be another technology around the way as well. So things are changing at breakneck speed. But what I will say is that transitioning from one career path to another is not an impossibility. And me personally, I just remember putting those hours in. I remember sitting in a sales job and just hating the job. But on my journey to work and my journey home, I had 40 minutes each way. And I remember having that 1 hour, 20 minutes every day to focus on self-studying. And I was watching videos on LinkedIn Learning. At the time, it was called lynda.com. So way back then, LinkedIn wasn't the platform as it exists today. So I was learning about Tableau, and I was finding courses and self-studying and just thinking maybe one day. And lo and behold, here I am several years later doing exactly what I was practicing all those years ago. So a couple of tips for you guys. The first of which is to be consistent. If you want to change your career and you want to change your life, the first thing you want to do is be consistent at the change you want to happen. You need to manifest the change. You need to become it. And to do that, you need to start with regular steps, whatever that may be in life, whether it's career goals or career change, or whether you're looking for financial success or success with your health, whatever that may be, consistency is key. And the other thing is to genuinely have a strategy. I actually had a strategy. I knew way back in 2017 data was going to explode. And at the time, the title data scientist didn't really exist. And data engineer definitely didn't exist. And tomorrow, I've heard of a new term, which is AI engineer. So I genuinely believe we'll see more of these titles emerge. But what I will say is that you need to genuinely have a strategy. And that strategy should be time focused, of course, but it should also be focused and aligned with what you want. So if you're interested in more the engineering, the development side, stick to that path. If you're interested in more the stats and the numerical side, stick to that path. If you're interested in working in a particular industry, then stick to that path. So whichever you choose, stick to that path and remain focused on it. And then you'll find that results will naturally come. It took me at least 1.5 to 2 years to get out of a sales role into a data role. It may take you less, it may take you more. But whatever happens, you need to start now. And that's the biggest thing. That first step is always going to be your hardest. So as long as you start today, you can slowly start to build towards that path that you want, that vision you set out for yourself. So make sure you start today, pick up that book, buy that e-course, read that journal, read that blog, open up your laptop, open up that spreadsheet, do whatever it needs to be. Just make sure you make a start. And then slowly but surely, you'll find what you want. Guys, hope you enjoyed this one. I'll do more of these videos. I've got many other stories, obviously 7 years, and no doubt I'll be sharing more. So hope you like it and hope to see you on the next one. Take care.